If you're a first-time home buyer in Nova Scotia and you're thinking that the new 2% down payment program is your golden ticket into the housing market, you might be choosing the weaker option of the two. And it can cost you flexibility, security, and tens of thousands of dollars. Now, let me explain. Hi, I'm Logan Tomcik, your real-life realtor. And today, we're breaking down something that is confusing a lot of first-time home buyers right now. It's the 2% down payment plan versus the Nova Scotia Down Payment Assistance Program, or DPAP for short. And I'm gonna tell you just straight up, for most first-time home buyers in Halifax, Bedford, Dartmouth, the DPAP is the stronger play. It's not sexier, it's not louder in the headlines on the news, but it is stronger. And halfway through this video, I'm gonna tell you about a client who almost stretched herself financially because she didn't understand the difference of these programs and how one conversation changed everything. Also, I put together a full home buying guide. The link is below in the description of this video. Download it and let me know what you think in the comments. Now, let's break this down properly. When people hear 2% down payment, they think, finally, I can own a home in 2026. And yes, lowering the minimum down payment, it sounds incredible. But here's the details that no one's really talking about clearly. You still need to have that 2% in cash, and that comes out of your savings accounts. So for a $400,000 home, you still need to have $8,000 readily available just to put down towards your down payment. Don't forget there's other costs when buying a home, so this doesn't include your closing costs, your legal fees, your inspection costs, moving expenses, new furniture, setting up those utilities with the city. So yes, it is lower than a 5% down payment because you're still having those expenses when you do a 5% down as well, but it's still your money. And for many home buyers, saving that lump sum is the biggest barrier to get into the housing market. Also, when it comes to finding lawyers or inspectors, I can certainly help you out and connect you with the right people to make your next move as easy and as smooth as possible. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. I'm here to be a resource for you. So I know those connections and you don't have to worry about them. But now let's talk about the Nova Scotia Down Payment Assistance Program, and here's what it provides. It's up to 5% of the purchase price of your future home as a interest-free loan, and up to $25,000 deferred for 10 years or until you sell your property. That's not a reduction, that's leverage. And on the same $400,000 home, you could receive towards $20,000 for your down payment, and it's interest-free. That's the best part here that no one's talking about. There's no extra monthly payments during that 10-year window. The DPAP can even be incorporated into your monthly mortgage, so you don't have to worry about any hidden missed payments. That changes your position entirely, because instead of draining your savings, you're preserving your liquidity, and liquidity equals stability. Now, I need to get blunt here for a moment. I want nothing more than to help get you the keys to your future home, and that's one thing. But making sure that you're staying comfortable in your future home, that's another. That's the icing on the cake here. And if you're emptying your savings just to qualify and get something that you're gonna settle with, I don't want that. You could be one furnace issue away from stressless nights, or one job shift away from panic, or one unexpected life event away from feeling stuck in your future home. And the Down Payment Assistance Program, it gives you a bit of breathing room, and breathing room, it matters more than bragging about how much money you were able to put down towards your future home. Let's simplify this even further. With the 2% plan, you have larger monthly mortgage payments, lower barrier of entry than 5%, and higher interest rates from only being allowed to use credit lenders. The DPAP, its government provides up to 5% of the purchase price of the home as a down payment. It's interest-free, and it preserves your emergency funds. Now, and this one's important, the DPAP is not for everyone. There's income limits, there's a purchase price cap, you must qualify as a first-time home buyer, which is why you need clarity before assuming anything in this market. But for buyers who qualify, it's powerful. Also, the 2% down payment plan, you need to qualify for that as well, and they're in very similar qualifications between both of these programs. But I want to tell you about Sarah. Sarah, she's a single mom in Dartmouth. She has a stable job, great credit score, but every time we talked about buying, she would say things like, I just can't save enough money fast enough. And now, she heard about this 2% plan. She got excited, like most of the people I'm speaking with. And we went over the numbers. Still stressed, still nervous, because even at 2%, it meant draining her cushion and her emergency fund. She had a great job to cover her monthly costs, but she hadn't had enough time to truly save up for that down payment. She was preparing herself mentally to rent for years down the line. And when we sat down and I mentioned the DPAP, everything, it shifted. Instead of scrambling for 2% cash and higher monthly mortgage payments with worse interest rates, we worked with my recommended mortgage brokers to see if she qualified for that 5% interest-free DPAP loan. Now, at this time of recording, I can't tell you how the story ends because it's still going on with my client. But what I can tell you is we're structuring her personal purchase strategically so we can enter the market with our best foot forward. She loves the idea of having more of her home paid off right away with better interest rates and lower monthly costs compared to that 2% down payment program. That's the difference here. We're not just talking about buying a home and being okay going paycheck to paycheck. We're putting you in a situation where we can buy strong with offers that we're confident with, that we know will be successful, and make sure that we are getting the keys to an amazing home that you have breathing room in. Now, people are treating the DPAP like it's free money, and straight up, it's not. It's deferred money. You repay it when either you sell your home or after the 10-year amortization plan where it's structured into your mortgage. So you need a long-term plan for going this route. But the DPAP, it works best when you plan to stay in your home long-term, you understand the repayment structure, and you're using it as leverage, not as a bailout. That strategy, that's what we're talking about here. And in HRM, as the market is stabilizing, we're noticing a shift where it's not the 2021 market where everyone's running like a chicken with their head cut off, but we're also not in a discounted market for buyers. Prices, they're steady. Inventory is improving. Spring competition will likely increase prices again and create more bidding wars, but that's common year over year. Programs like the DPAP allow first-time buyers to enter the market with strength, not desperation. And in real estate, strength is negotiating power, and it shows so much better because sellers can see through a desperate buyer like that. What do you think you should seriously consider? I think if you are have stable income but limited savings, and you don't want to drain your emergency fund, you plan to stay in your home for several years, and you qualify under the income and pricing limits, I think that the DPAP is a great option for you. If you have significant savings already though, the 2% down payment plan, it may be fine for your situation. But if cash flow is your barrier, I think that the DPAP is a stronger program to look into and learn more about for your situation. My honest take, The DPAP, it's not flashy. It's not the headline program, but in my professional opinion, it's the smarter move for many first-time homebuyers here in Nova Scotia. It creates stability, it reduces stress, it preserves your flexibility, and buying your first home should feel strategic. You shouldn't feel panicked or feel like you're gambling with your future or your family's future. And if you're watching this and thinking, okay, Logan, I might actually qualify for the DPAP, don't guess, don't assume, and don't build your plan around something you saw on Instagram or even here on YouTube, because here's the reality. DPAP gets structured directly into your mortgage. It's interest-free, but it still needs to be planned for properly. And the difference between using it strategically and just using it because it's available, that's huge. That's a very big difference and deserves a conversation. So here's what I want to do for you. If you're even considering buying a home in Halifax, Bedford, Dartmouth, or anywhere in HRM in the next 6 to 12 months, book a call with me. Now, this isn't a sales pitch, and this isn't me trying to push you into a pressured situation. I don't want that at all. It's a strategic call about your next move. We're gonna look at your income, your savings, your comfort level, whether you qualify for the DPAP, and we'll talk to see if it's even a right fit program for you with your next move. And I want to make it make sense to you. I want to focus on your smartest move every step of the home buying process, because the right financial structure can fast track your first home. The wrong one, it can slow you down for years. Now, my information, it's right below in the description of this video. I even have a direct link to my Google Calendar, so don't hesitate, check that out, because you shouldn't be figuring this out alone. Let's build a plan for you to start house shopping, because if we don't have a plan, well, then we're going to be buying scared. And when you're buying scared and making a move like under those situations, then things get expensive and decisions get costly.